Hello, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans, YNR fans. Today's recap is for Thursday, June the 30th, 2022, the last day of June. And here is my Young and the Restless recap today. We can clearly see the story has been ramping up for a break between Chloe and Chelsea. They're colliding, they're clashing, they're not getting along. And honestly, really, in my opinion, and I would love to hear yours, is mainly Chelsea's doing. When Ray passed, it profoundly affected Chelsea. And actually, something is going on with Chelsea anyway, because for her to start fantasizing and romanticizing about Ray is showing there's a void, because Ray never gave her any door opening for anything like that. He was completely in love with Sharon, and he was proud to let everyone know it. But Chelsea was developing this on his own. I mean, on her own, in her mind. And we know how Chelsea is. But when he died, it kind of sent her spiraling. And she's not able to focus. She's not really able to keep anything on time. She's just, it's almost like, if she was a manic, and she's manically, and I think Chelsea either brought it up or Adam brought it up, manically, she's spiraling. They've seen this in her before. And she, of course, does not see it. They don't know what they're talking about, but she is truly causing the divide between she and Chloe. It started with Chloe. She's waiting at society. She and Chelsea are supposed to have a meeting. And of course, lo and behold, guess who just doesn't show up? Chloe's just sitting there, just waiting. And so Sally Spectre shows up, and Sally is talking. And surprisingly, Chloe opens up to Sally. And she tells Sally kind of, what's really going on, that Chelsea's not focused, and she's trying to keep her focused. And now, it's just getting out of hand. Like, she's supposed to be here right now. And you see, I don't have my partner. And she's just going on and on. In reality, it reminded me, Chloe and Sally worked actually very well together. Chloe liked Sally. They worked well together. She liked Sally's creative genius. It's just when Chelsea came back home, the spot that she had for her best friend was always for her best friend, and there were no qualms or ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that was no place for Sally. Really, it was a place, but Sally and Chelsea, of course, clashed. So that kind of ruined all of that. But, they had a really good talk. And Sally was kind of pepping her up. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, Chelsea ends up in Adam's office having a slip for Connor's summer camp needed signing. And since Adam enrolled it, he had to be the parent to sign the slip. And they end up having a talk. And she's talking about Chloe's micromanaging her, and things are going to get done. And Chloe's worried about things going on time, which I'm sorry, that's Chloe's job. Hello? And so she's just going on. And Adam told her the truth. And she goes, and we've been offered this great opportunity for me to also design for Marchetti. And Chloe has a problem with it. I'll probably be doing that without her. And, she feels it's too much, that I'll be biting off and this, that, and the other. And Adam looks at her and he goes, it is too much, Chelsea. That's a huge extra undertaking. And for you to just feel that you can do that, that's a lot. You've gone through a lot. Ray's death hit you very hard. And I'm with Chloe on this. And she's like, you're taking her side? He goes, well, I'm not taking sides. It's just the truth. She has valid concerns. And it kind of made it seem like Chelsea was taking something to heart, with what Adam said in the end after she got her defenses out of the way. We don't know, we shall see. But at the end, Chloe was packing up her stuff mad, just packing up, right? And Chelsea walks in. Hey, I know I'm late. I'm late, but I'm here now. Let me see. I got a little something else bugging me here. I'm here now, and let's get this meeting started. Look, this is live video. I don't believe in stopping and restarting. This is live recap. So I had to get that off. It was bugging me looking at it in the camera. So she says, I'm here now. Let's just do it. And Chloe says, I could tell you had something. And she goes, yeah, I had to stop by Adam's and get a slip signed. And Adam and I started talking, and Chelsea's like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that that's what happened, that there was something you had to take care of for Connor, and that you had to stop by Newman Enterprises. I can see that because you messaged me that. And Chelsea looks at her, because Chloe goes, because you didn't. Had you simply even let me know you were running late. Just let me know. And Chelsea's like, well, after the way we left things yesterday at our last meeting, so are you surprised that I don't want to inform you in things, over communicate with you? And she goes, let's just get started now. I'm here now. Let's just work. So Chloe was initially going to work, but then she said, you know what? No, this means not going to happen. This isn't working for me. This whole situation, and no, I'm leaving. And Chloe left. And I was like, good for you, Chloe. Good for you. Because Chelsea is completely disrespecting you. Good for you. So that's how that left. And I kind of really liked the way that worked out. So now Victoria. Now there were a lot of other scenes with Sally and Adam talking. I'm not even gonna talk about that because nothing really happened with that. She's stroking his ego, and I'm sick of that. But Victoria, wow, after the way Nick was talking to Sharon, I kind of believe it's not Nick she's working with. Part of me is thinking, could it be Victor she's actually working with? Victor, maybe Michael? Because Victor is like, Nikki was talking to him and she's upset, and she goes, you are too nonchalant about this. You're too calm about this whole thing, Victor. Something's happening you're not telling me about. He didn't admit or not admit, but he goes, look, my baby, everything is under control. Everything's under control. And when I thought about it, I thought, how can he feel everything is under control? Unless he's working with Victoria. I don't know exactly who she's working with, but Victoria has been just putting in all kind of work on Ashlyn. I mean, she has him eating out the bottom of their hand. Not only are they buying this whole building, allegedly, they are funding their business venture on their own. She tells him today, she had her lawyer draw up corporate documents, and to get their corporate entity off the ground. And she says, so he's drawn up the documents and we just have to decide on a name. And, he's already made a corporate bank account, and we just need to put our share of the money, which is $250 million each, into this. And in my mind, I'm thinking, because she goes, and we need to think of the name for the corporation. And I'm like, how could they form a corporation without already having a corporate name? That's one of the first things you do, because it has to be on the filing. And a bank account was opened up. How did they open up a bank account when they hadn't even decided on a corporate name? So they sit up there, they come up with Destiny Media or Destiny something media. And they're so happy with that. And she says, yo, that's going to be great. And, now we just need to, I've sent you the banking information from my lawyer. And my whole thing is, okay, for one, honey, who's our lawyer? because this is a business venture for the two of us, right? Ashlyn is not thinking, because it would be, who's our lawyer? And when are we going to meet together with him? Victoria's just like, hey, I got this all set. Here's the account. Here's my money. And she showed him her money's in the account. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a lure. That's a good con artist ploy. They always have their money in this account. See, showing the validity. Now you just put your money in and we're good to go, because we're going to go see this building later. And it's best for us to be able to prove to the owners that we have the money to buy it right now. And I'm thinking, okay, And he, sure enough, he's, let me send this now. And then he puts his phone down and then he's talking that this is all I ever wanted. And for us to be able to just do something together. And Victoria, she goes into, it's all I ever wanted. And she had to throw in, to get out of my family's, out from under my father's thumb, and this, and they don't think we could do it. And we're going to just show them all. And that's all he needed to hear. So boom, boom, boom. He sends his 250 million. So now that's the entire 500 million that Victor paid him. Because remember, that money was out of Victor's private money. The 500 million that they paid Ashlyn off with was not company funds, because you really can't do that. It was private funds. So Ashlyn puts it in, and he's getting ready to go and make arrangements for them to see the actual office suite that he settled it, that he likes, that he really thinks she'll like. And he's going to schedule a walkthrough for us later, okay? So we could see it. And he's happy he's gonna go do that. And then when he leaves, Victoria pulls out her tablet, and what's that showing there in the picture, in case it's a little small for you to see, it shows Ashlyn's, the whole actual $500,000 that's in that account that she had her 250, he put his 250. And the bottom box shows recipient of all that money, Victoria Newman. Victoria's like, she's got this transfer ready to take all his money and the money she already had and put it right back in her account. And I was like, oh, so that's what you were going for. You were going out to take all the money that he got from your family back from him. So she she looked at it, paused for a minute, and then put submit transaction, like there was no qualms to it. And then the next scene of her, she has her bags packed by the front door. She wheeled them from the back. She's putting stuff in her purse, and she goes on the patio and she calls, telling them, send the Newman jet to New York City right away. She's on her way back to Genoa City. But then it shows Ashlyn's hand on the doorknob, getting ready to come back in. So here's the deal, the way soap operas work. Either that's in real time and he's getting ready to walk in on her, and this is now gonna turn everything around, and maybe this is gonna flip him into a dangerous Ashlyn, because once he finds out she completely blindsided and duped him the way that he did her. She played him like a fiddle, the way he played her like a fiddle. And what Victoria showed him was, I could do it better and I could do it faster. And I could take back anything. I could take anything I want from you. Because he truly took her love, and she loved him. She took his money, which he loved, and he in his own way, I think, loves her in his own way. But I don't know if this is now putting her in a very dangerous situation right now. Or sometimes the way soaps work it, him opening the handle quite possibly may not be in real time, and Victoria has left and he opens the door and to an empty hotel suite. But I kind of think we're going to get some drama with him now flipping out on, I don't know. That's going to be interesting how they choose to handle that bit of writing. So I'm interested to see what's going on with that. There are no, let me see, I'm checking my comments. People just saying thank you so much for enjoying the recaps, and folks are saying Annette, Lily can do better. I don't know if I've said this before. She like both Billies. I mean, I like this new Billy, ex Noah Drake from General Hospital. Yes, I like him as Billy now. He grew on me. And she likes, Annette likes Phyllis as well as her favorite actress. What I can tell you, the Phyllis replacement before the original Phyllis came back, because this original Phyllis, I think her name is Michelle, she went to General Hospital and she started the role of Nina Reeves. I liked her in that role too. She then went back, and while in her absence, they had another Phyllis who did a good job, but completely different personality. Really fierce. At first, I didn't want to accept the new Phyllis, but then I accepted her as a different version or persona of Phyllis. This Phyllis can be deadly and dangerous, but she has humor to her. The current Phyllis, the original Phyllis, she can be very humorous with her looks, her actions. She makes me laugh. I chuckle. The other Phyllis was not like that. She was more serious, right? The other Phyllis and the new Billy worked. Even the way they looked together on camera. The old Billy Miller with the replacement Phyllis, to me, they would not have worked. Just, personalities of the actors, they wouldn't have meshed well at all. And definitely the original Phyllis and this new Billy wouldn't mesh either, so those worked for those different new, the new Billy and the replacement Phyllis worked, but the originals would not, so I mean, I like that too. Thank you so much for the comment. Please, I love to read comments. I try to answer as many comments as I can. I would love to see some comments. Please like my daily recaps, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. Ring that bell so you can get the notifications on when I will have videos up for you. And I will be back for Cliffhanger Friday. See, Cliffhanger Friday, my prediction is Cliffhanger Friday, Victoria's still in that room. And Ashley, it's gonna leave us with, she actually might be in danger, I think. I think so. Give me your predictions on who is Victoria working with. Who do you think? I want to know. And I will be back tomorrow.